Nobody expected this. One moment, she was laughing and speaking her truth on screen, just like she always did. The next, her name was everywhere, this time followed by the word funeral. Khadiyah Katie Lewis, the fiery, no-filter standout from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, is gone. Just like that. She was only 44. No warning. Just shock. And let's be honest, this one really hurts. Katie wasn't some background cast member or a forgettable face. She was real. She was bold. She was the one person who always kept it honest, no matter what anyone thought. She never played it safe. She never pretended to be someone she wasn't. And now she's gone, and all that's left behind are heartbreak and unanswered questions. At first, the news came quietly. A few whispers on social media. Some fans noticed. Then it spread like wildfire. Within hours, her name was trending. People started posting old clips, funny, raw, and emotional moments that made her unforgettable. Messages of love and sadness came pouring in. Yung Joc, her ex and former co-star, didn't wait. He posted a tribute that left people in tears. You could tell his grief was genuine. This wasn't for show. It was real pain, and it showed. But here's where things started getting strange. There was no official cause of death. No explanation. Just silence. And when that happens, people start asking questions. Fans, bloggers, even people who worked with her, all trying to figure out what really happened. That's when the rumors started. Some said Katie had been struggling behind the scenes. That the woman we saw on TV wasn't the full picture. That lately, she had been withdrawing. Her once loud laugh was quieter. Her posts felt darker, more cryptic. If you've been watching Love and Hip Hop for years, you already know KD brought the drama. She had it all: feuds, romance, breakdowns, powerful moments. She was the energy of the show. But off camera, it was different. Her close friends say she was under a lot of pressure, family issues, emotional weight, and mental health struggles that she kept to herself. It turns out she had started therapy not long before she passed. That says a lot. She was trying to get better. Trying to deal with something inside. But something must have changed in the days leading up to her death. People close to her noticed it. They said she wasn't acting like herself. Something had happened, a moment, an incident that worried them. But no one is saying exactly what it was. At least, not publicly. Then, people started questioning the role the show played. Was being on Love and Hip Hop too much? Did it make things worse? Some cast members are now speaking out. They say the drama was encouraged. Real issues were ignored because they didn't fit the storyline. If that's true, it's heartbreaking. Because mental health isn't a plot point. If KD was silently crying for help, and no one noticed, or worse, no one cared, that's on more than just her. Fans are heartbroken and angry. Some are sharing her best moments, when she stood her ground, when she laughed her loud, unforgettable laugh. Others are asking why no one on the show stepped in when she clearly wasn't okay. The truth? We still don't know what happened. But the silence around her death has made the pain even harder to process. Her last days weren't dramatic. They were quiet. Too quiet. She stopped going to events. Skipped public appearances. When she posted online, her captions didn't scream, they whispered. Words like tired of pretending, or not all pain is visible. People ignored it at the time. Everyone posts stuff like that, right? But looking back, it was a cry for help disguised as a sigh. Her friends have started speaking up. One said she hadn't heard Katie's real laugh in weeks. Another said she'd cancel plans or stop answering texts altogether. For someone known for being loud, vibrant, and full of life, her silence was alarming. There's one night that keeps coming up. A few days before she passed, she reportedly had what a friend called a bad episode. No one's talking details, but those close to her say it was serious enough that people tried to check on her. What happened behind those closed doors may never be fully known. On the day she died, emergency services were called to her home. No press. No crowd. Just sirens and a few panicked phone calls. By the time the news broke, she was already gone. Declared dead at the scene. No official word from the family. Just silence. That silence left room for every kind of theory: natural causes, emotional breakdown, tragic accident. Nobody knows. Yung Joc's tribute hit hard. They had their ups and downs, but when he spoke, you could hear the love. She was complicated, he said. But she was real. And that's the thing about KD, real ones don't come around often. He saw a side of her most people didn't. The one who loved fiercely. Who stood by her people. Who didn't just play a part, she lived it. What's painful is that the show never really showed the weight she carried. On camera, she was fire. Off camera, it seems no one truly saw the struggle or didn't want to. Some insiders say she tried to speak up, to ask for a break. That she reached out for support, but didn't get what she needed. A former castmate even said, "They push us to the edge for drama. Then we go home and deal with the damage alone. Some of us survive. Some don't." That quote stuck with people. Because this isn't just about KD. It's about everyone on reality TV who pays a hidden price for being entertainment. Fans are demanding change. Hashtags like "Protect Reality Stars" and "Justice for KD" started trending. Mental health advocates are calling for real support systems, not just when it's too late. People are asking, what are producers doing to protect the next KD? Because if nothing changes, this will happen again. Some cast members are speaking up. Others are staying silent, afraid of losing their place. But KD's death has shaken the industry. Things cannot go back to normal. And what about her family? Her close friends? They're grieving in private while the internet dissects her life like it was just another episode. Her sister posted a photo, no words, just KD smiling. That said more than anything else. Because this wasn't just a reality star. She was a real woman. A mother. A sister. A friend. And now she's gone. There's still no official cause of death. Only silence. And sometimes, that silence speaks louder than any news headline ever could. Maybe it's not about what ended KD's life. Maybe it's about what didn't save her. The friends who missed the signs. The system that didn't step in. The show that kept rolling when she needed someone to hit pause. That's the part that hurts the most. Her story isn't just a tragedy. It's a warning. Behind every dramatic TV moment is a real person trying to hold it together. KD gave everything: her energy, her voice, her heart. And now she's gone. And the question we're left with isn't what happened? It's how do we make sure this doesn't happen again? And as we come to the end of this video, I just want to pause and say this wasn't an easy story to tell. KD's passing hit differently. It wasn't just another headline or social media trend. It was real, painful, and, most of all, a wake-up call. We often watch these reality shows for the drama, the wild moments, the explosive arguments. But behind all of that are real people living, breathing, feeling human beings. People with families, personal battles, and emotions that don't disappear just because the cameras stop rolling. KD Lewis was one of those people. Bold, honest, fiery, yes. But she was also someone who struggled in silence, like so many others. And that silence is what's haunting now. The truth is, we didn't know everything she was going through. Maybe she tried to tell us in her own way. Maybe the world wasn't listening. What makes this even harder is knowing she was trying to heal, to hold on, to find peace. But the system she was a part of, the very one that celebrated her highs, may not have supported her lows. And that should make us all think. If we take anything away from KD's story, let it be this: check on your strong friends. Don't assume the loudest person in the room isn't battling something inside. Mental health struggles don't always look like tears and breakdowns. They can look like a smile, a laugh, or even silence. To the networks and producers, it's time to do better. The entertainment industry can't keep using people's pain for ratings without providing the real-life support they need behind the scenes. Because reality TV isn't just a show. It's people's actual lives. And those lives deserve care, not just camera time. To Katie's family and close friends, our hearts are with you. We may have known her as a star on screen, but you knew the real her. And we hope you find comfort in knowing how deeply she was loved and admired. And to all of you watching this, if you're struggling, please don't suffer in silence. Talk to someone. Reach out. You matter. Your story matters. You're not alone. Katie's legacy isn't just in the clips we'll replay or the quotes we'll share. It's in the conversations she's starting now. About mental health. About support. About being real, not just on camera, but in life. So let's not let her memory fade with a hashtag. Let's turn it into a movement for better care, better systems, and better understanding. Rest in power, KD. You were one of a kind. And for the rest of us, let's make sure we never let another story like this go unnoticed. Thanks for watching. Stay kind. Stay aware. And take care of each other. Your story matters. You're not alone. Katie's legacy isn't just in the clips we'll replay or the quotes we'll share. It's in the conversations she's starting now. About mental health. About support. About being real, not just on camera, but in life. So let's not let her memory fade with a hashtag. Let's turn it into a movement for better care, better systems, and better understanding. Rest in power, KD. You were one of a kind. And for the rest of us, let's make sure we never let another story like this go unnoticed. Thanks for watching. Stay kind. Stay aware. And take care of each other.